Legends? I hope that everybody is having a wonderful, magnificent, spectacular, beautiful day. I just wanted to quickly come to you guys. Well, first of all, my name is Nia, aka BLegend. I am the owner and founder of BLegendBotanica. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm so happy to see you here. If you are returning, you already know what is going on. Legend gang. I just wanted to tap in with you guys real quick today. It's Sunday. Yay! Sun yay. Our days to catch up. I wanted to tap in really quickly right now just to quickly talk about some things, some things that I feel like are relevant. I feel like it can help you guys just with your day-to-day practices as we are leading up into the Libra full moon, which is going to be tomorrow. It's peaking at 3 a.m. Don't quote me. I think it peaks at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I'm really super excited for that. Yet and still the energy has been tough, to say the very least. It's been tough, but we're definitely getting through it. And not only getting through it, we are elevating through this energy. So specifically with this Libra full moon, one thing that I've noticed for myself, for my friends, and other people in the community, I've noticed that this full moon specifically has brought on a lot of tower moments. I think that it has a lot to do with the fact that this full moon in Libra is also doubling with the lunar eclipse. So it's a lot of heavy moon energy. We know that the moon works with our emotions. It works with our divine feminine energy, and it is heavily associated with the way that we like ebb and flow throughout our days, our routines, the way that we speak to ourselves, the way that we nurture ourselves, our self-care, things like that. That's all things that are related to the moon. I specifically today wanted to talk about tower moments. The key word for today is resistance, because I feel like a lot of times when we are faced with a tower moment, or just for the people that, if you didn't catch our last video where we talked about tower moments are those really big moments in our lives where it seems like maybe one situation or a lot of situations all at the same time are crumbling. So like imagine a tower and then imagine a tower falling, like crumpling into bits and pieces. That is what we're talking about when we talk about the tower moment. Now that specific metaphor comes from the tarot card, the Tower. I wish I knew offhand what number card the Tower was, but it comes from the tarot card, the Tower, which represents strong, like large, strong change, things that did not have a solid foundation, becoming like basically is coming to an end. If it was not solid, if it did not have a good foundation, if it wasn't stable, it's going to come to an end. Those are the tower moments. I feel like when we are faced with these moments, a lot of times when we feel ourselves kind of like sinking into that sinkhole. Now, I'm not talking about when you are just filling out your emotions and you know it may take you a few weeks to get over something, say like a relationship. It might take you a couple weeks to get over it, or even a situationship. It might take you a couple weeks to a month to get over it, depending on the depth of that specific relationship. But I feel like a lot of times when we start to sink into this hole of like victimhood, and when we really start to, it's almost like when we start to take the moments of what's happening now, the tower now, I'm going to compare that to everything in the past that looked like this, or everything in the past that felt like this. That's resistance. Now, I want to be clear that these tower moments are meant to put pressure on you. They're meant to put pressure on you because of everything that you know, of everything that you have been through thus far. And I'm not going to call it a test, but I think it is the perfect opportunity to build a testimony. Does that make sense? I feel like that's very powerful just in itself. A lot of times in life when we have these moments of like anguish and strife, that's what came to me, anguish and strife. When we are dealing with these tumultuous moments, when we are dealing with, like, say if you have a relationship with somebody, and when I say relationship, put that in any boat that it fits. It could be a friendship. It could be a kinship. It could be an actual romantic relationship. It could be a business partnership. Put it into the boat that it fits. If you are in a pretty solid relationship with somebody, and you always kind of like, you never felt like you were ever able to be fully present, and you always kind of questioned yourself, but the type of person that you are, you intellectualize your feelings, and you come to a place where you're still able to get certain things done or work and flow in this relationship. So a tower moment will come in to put a spotlight on that one little thing, that one or two, three little things that made you feel uncomfortable in the first place. Those things that made you feel like you couldn't fully be vulnerable in the first place. That's a tower moment. When those moments come in and make you look at the things that you are ignoring, and it's asking you, is this really what you want? And a lot of times I feel like, I just heard the greater good. We start to look for the greater good within the things that we don't even want. And that's why these tower moments are so important, because not only do they teach us where we struggle, or I guess we already know, but they make it very obvious where we struggle. They also show us what are our greatest strengths, right? They also show you what are your greatest strengths. And a lot of times your greatest strengths in relationships, right, for tower moments, are the things that are being taken advantage of and leaving you to feel depleted. Okay? So in these tower moments, I just want to encourage you guys. I'm not going to make this super, super long, but I want to encourage you guys to keep going and to keep pressing. But more specifically, I want to encourage you guys to trust yourself. Trust every single little inkling. Because I feel like we drag out these tower moments when we start to say, well, maybe. We've been talking about integration of the mind and the heart. Your mind will often throw out things. Now, I'm not just talking about the feeble. I have no idea what feeble means, but I just thought like feeble mind. I'm not just talking about the feeble mind. I'll look that up later. Like, I'm not just talking about your critter brain. I'm not just talking about the part, the brain, that the ego, that's the lie. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the inner knowledge. I'm talking about your intuition. I'm talking about your ori, that part. Integrate that part with your heart, your feelings. And a lot of times I feel like when we get that moment to think or to second guess, that's really what it is. When we get that moment to second guess ourselves, we will. And when we start to second guess ourselves and we start to lean back into that, into the familiar situation, but the tower is still there, the tower is still going to crumple, whether you are actively recognizing that it's crumpling or not. So all I'm saying is if you are noticing that something in your life has gone haywire out of nowhere, or if you are actively manifesting something brand new in your life, if you are building a business, if you are building yourself, if you are the business. I feel like for a lot of people in our community, our tribe of legends, gang, a lot of us, we are the business. You are the business. So you have to protect your brand at all costs. A lot of times your relationships can affect your business because they're affecting your brand, aka affecting you and your emotional stability. Anytime you are asking for an abundance or something, anytime you are asking for any kind of elevation, you are also asking for the responsibilities that come with that amount of, with that wealth, with that abundance. You're asking for those responsibilities. Not to say you're asking for problems, but you are requesting a certain level of discipline. And I think that we don't necessarily see it as that. A lot of times, you know, when we go to our spirit guides and we ask for money or elevation, we don't see it as we're also asking for discipline, and we're also asking for, but we are. Because in order for you to keep that abundance, in order for you to have stability in your wealth, in order for you to have stability in your self-confidence, so that once you get to a point of fame and recognition, right, and you have way more people that you ever in your life coming at you, and personally, because like we just said, for a lot of us, you are the brand, you are the business. When you have so many people coming at you personally, please know you're gonna feel that. That is a weight of responsibility that now you might not have even noticed that you were asking for, but now you have to bear that responsibility, right? But I just heard spirit saying that everything that you're going through now is preparing you for that. So that's not to make you scared. Please know I'm not trying to fearmonger you guys. This is encouragement, because I understand that what we're going through, what you're going through right now, it might feel like a storm, but baby, the storm waters the garden. Without the storms, we have no plants. We have no fruition. We have no fruit without a storm. Okay? Even the wind, even when I think about like the storm without the rain, right? A storm without the rain, I automatically think about the wind. Now, I didn't know this before I started gardening and planting, but wind is something that helps the stems become more strong and resistant, right? A lot of times you'll see like, okay, for example, if I have like new sprouts of like thyme has very thin stems. If I went maybe like 2 days without watering my thyme, if I come back to that thyme, they're gonna be like, bitch, you forgot about us. They're gonna be limped over looking at me like, oh, we need some help. Like, neither here nor there. But when I put the light on it and I rotate the cup and I have the fan blowing, all of those things go into helping that plant be healthier. All I'm saying is that a lot of times the things that can seem like stress, right? Wind for a plant that has a very thin stem can seem stressful, but in the case of growing strength, it's good stress. So think about yourself as a baby thyme, as a thyme sprout. All of the things that you are going through right now in these like pubescent, is that how you would say it? In these like baby stages, in these adolescent stages of your kingdom, of your queendom, please know that you are being guided and protected through everything. Every choice that you make, it doesn't matter what choice you make, it doesn't matter who says what about the choices that you make. Every choice that you make, you made it from a space of authenticity. That's why you made it. There's no right, wrong. Let all of that go. A choice is a choice. As long as you made that choice from your heart, from a sound mind, and you aren't, actively choosing to hurt people. I would never tell you to actively choose to hurt people or actively choose to hurt yourself on purpose. But if you are making conscious choices and you're actively moving towards your highest good and you're trying to stay in alignment, and you are, because if you're trying, then you are. That's honestly how I feel. I feel like if you are trying, then you are. Everybody has a different journey. So it's difficult to sit up here and judge and say like, this is wrong, this is right. I've been through so many different stages just in the past year. Forget the past year. I honestly, in the past 3 months, I've been through so many different stages. People that knew me at the beginning of January, they have no idea who I am right now. They have no, if they were to meet me, I know this for sure because there have been people that I have came into contact. This was one of my towers. I've come into contact with people that I haven't seen in months, and the things that I hear them say, I'm just like, wow, you have no idea who I am. Have I grown that much in 3 months? Yes, absolutely. Because with every single choice, you are moving further and further into your evolution, into the future that you're building and that you're co-creating with spirit. So when you come up against these tower moments, these moments where it just feels like You don't know what to do. It's pulling on past energy. It's pulling on all your triggers. You had bandaged stuff up. You had wrapped stuff up. You had healed stuff up. You put your cream on there and bandaged it up, packaged it up real nice, and you presented it to the world. And somebody said, give me this motherfucking big, give me this motherfucking Band-Aid. All of that work you was doing that ain't for shit. Okay? But just know that it is for shit. Like everything that all of that work that you put in was to be where you are right now. And even if it doesn't feel like you're where you're supposed to be, you're absolutely where you're supposed to be. You're doing everything correctly. There's no right or wrong, but if there was, you're doing everything correctly. So just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep pushing. If something is feeling like a tower moment, if you can identify it as a tower moment, the best thing that you can do is to surrender it to your spirit team, to God, to your God, whoever you call on, your benevolent ancestors. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Surrender it, let it go. Please know that anything that you are being asked to let go of or surrender, there's better on the way. And there were more than likely things that were going on that you were not allowed to see. You weren't able to see. And to be honest, a lot of times God doesn't reveal to us the things that were going on behind closed doors until you choose to leave. Because until you choose to leave, if it was to be revealed to you, it would just hurt your feelings and probably extend the tower moment, to be honest. Because that's how we do as humans a lot of times. But I just wanted to encourage you guys today. I hope that this was encouraging. We're going to pop back on a little bit later for our love and romance reading. But until then, sayonara, guys. I hope that you guys are living in ease and in flow. And if not, I wish that for you. I'm sending you energies of ease and flow and serenity and abundance. All right? Peace. See you later, legends. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to like the video if our content, don't forget to like the video if our content resonates with your soul, and please subscribe to the channel. All right, goodbye for real this time. See y'all later. Peace.